Pa, 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 pa. Okay. 10 seconds of Rumi.
Okay. There is nothing on earth. Did you just burp in my ear? You had 10 seconds to burp anywhere else. You could have left the room.
Oh, it's really bad.
Instead, you waited with bated breath, probably holding it in.
I thought I was going to pass out. So to answer your question, what is it? It's March 20th that we're recording this.
Yep.
I don't have the coronavirus. I've had like little coughs and little sniffles, but I think a, definitive blossoming of the coronavirus does not entail such puny symptoms. So it's weird.
What's weird?
It's weird. I feel like... I took a trip to Vegas with my girlfriend and came back and started coughing. And I think it's just like springtime and allergens are out, But we are in bizarre times. And so I feel like every little cough or sniffle you wonder, should I be licking all these children?
Yeah, you, first of all, never wondered that in your life. That is a degree of self-reflection that I know you don't have. Yeah, but my wife got, real sick. Got bad cough, fever, keeping her up at night. Went in.
Sounds more like our guy.
Well, then she just got her test results back, and it's not a coronavirus, which I'm like, that's a bummer. That's a missed opportunity, because she's been sick for a week, and she doesn't even have the Matt Damon immunity here.
She got tested? What kind of elitist celebrities are you guys?
We're really, we're like Lawrence Fishburne and his wife up here.
Oh,
people know me.
Mrs. Fish.
Mrs. Fish.
Well, I'm sorry that your wife is feeling bad. Is she on the mend?
Oh, yeah.
Or are we in the market for a new wife?
No, she's very much feeling better and getting ready to drive me crazy again.
Yeah, she's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah,
and apparently undefeatable.
You just recorded that, so now my wife is going to listen to this. She loves the show. And
big fan.
Frown is going to crinkle her brow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She only gets 3 of those before the devil gets to collect.
That's right.
I will give you eternal life, but if you frown thrice, then I get to pull you into hell.
That's a deal specifically that you made, is that people can frown at 3 of your jokes before they're damned eternally.
That would be such a bizarre stipulation on a devil's contract. I only like to surround myself with positive people, so no frowns.
It's like that Twilight Zone episode with the little boy who grants wishes, and if anybody's unhappy, he turns him into a chicken or something. I can't remember how it goes, but it's very similar to your situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't say my situation is derivative. I think it's legally distinct from that entity you mentioned.
I think we're safe here. Doing a Twilight Zone episode would be fun sometime, because I feel like we're in one right now. Of course.
That's right. So, Stardate. March 20th, the year 2020 of our Lord Jesus Christ. For you listeners who still exist at the time of this show's publication, this is a really bizarre and unprecedented situation for our generation, as I'm sure you know, due to the outbreak of coronavirus. I'm quarantined, as is most of Chicago. Andy, you're in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Durham, North Carolina. We don't have nothing to do with them fancy folk down in Charlotte.
Sorry.
That's
Are
all right.
you guys sheltered in place? Is that a thing now?
Yeah, we are, because I think we're getting it harder down here because there was a biotech conference and some Duke students came back from overseas, both from clusters. So Durham is a hot spot right now for... It's weird. You know what it's weird to talk about is knowing that this episode is not going to come out. It's hard to know whether this is just going to blow over to the extent that we can make goofs about it.
So it is bizarre.
And it still does not feel real because it feels like science fiction. And it's
Right.
also weird. I'm sure we'll get into this when we talk about the movie, but the movie is pretty different in how they like talk about handling a much more severe disease. So it's kind of weird, you know.
Yeah, but so we're doing Contagion, and it's preparing for this Muffed Movies, writing the tiny notes, watching the movie twice. It's an eerie and uncomfortable experience in a way that none of the other movie preps were, because we are kind of living in this movie right now.
Yeah, it was like watching The Never-Ending Story for me.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, this is just my day-to-day. I'm so imaginative, and many of my friends are wizards.
Yeah, and giant monsters that eat rocks.
Yeah. I know one friend who is very much a Jim Henson creature.
A real hen's head.
A real rubbery basement dweller.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is a pretty long movie. So I feel we should get the move on.
Yeah, the good news is, first of all, I can't believe you watched it twice, because it's a real snoozer in this reviewer's opinion.
Yeah, so buckle up, audience.
Buckle up. We're gonna do some punch up, and we can just cut out the whole characters, I feel like, and not lose it.
Buckle up, chucklehead.
Strap in. Oh, jeez! I can't believe that we hold the flippin' phone!
Okay.
Are you thinking the same thing that I'm thinking? We just sort of backdoored into this. We haven't even welcomed people to where we are!
No, but wait, shut up. Just real quick.
Shut the fuck
Stuff
up.
that I'm going to cut out, but I just want to tell you, because you and I are talking on the phone. The actor who plays Buffalo Bill plays a recurring character on the series Monk, the Tony Shalhoub vehicle, where he's a obsessive-compulsive detective.
Oh, does he really?
Monk ran for 8 seasons, and Buffalo Bill is the sheriff that he works with, like in almost every episode.
Really?
And yeah, my girlfriend's really into Monk, and so she's been watching the oeuvre, and it's just, I am like in heaven every time he comes on, because he's still talks like Buffalo Bill. He's like, oh, homicide, huh?
His normal voice? Yeah. That's his normal voice?
This is going to take a while. Boys, get on the stretcher.
Oh, that would be such a dream.
He's not as much of a creep, but you can still hear it. It's like any movie that Christopher Walken is in.
Yeah.
Even if he tries to speak differently, there's still some of his bizarreness in there.
If there was a show where one of the characters on it did the weird old Southern man voice, the Dr. Chiltron voice, I would I would, regardless of the rest of the quality of the show, I'd be watching every episode of that.
What if it was like an anime about girls who work at a maid cafe?
It'd be tough.
But one of those voice actors, those dub over voice actors who live in Texas but do the voices for anime, does Dr. Chilton.
Wait, so you're saying that one of the girls that works in this spa would be Dr. Chilton's voice?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mitsuko, I seem to have only brought one towel.
Oh, excuse me, honorable older sister. I'm caught in the rain. Perhaps you could help me just unstick myself from this vinyl chair.
Sir, I believe you have entered into the wrong entrance. This is the girls' locker room, and furthermore, I'm a tsundere.
I'm an ancient pervert.
Okay. Back in.
First of all, sorry for the coughs. Sorry for the coughs.
That's okay. It's just Foley work.
Actual Foley work. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Muffed Movies! Fuck. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Blaster... Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.